Hey, what's up? Welcome to day 4. I'm super excited today because everything is going to kind of come together today. So, we on day 1 did our habit audit, right? And in that audit, we identified habits good, bad, and neutral. What are the habits that we already have in place? And then day 2, we started talking about the habit loop and we focused more on those bad habits that we want to change. So, we said, okay, I know that I have these bad habits. What is the cue that is triggering me to want to do this? What's the craving that I'm having that's going to make me take the action, which is the habit? And then finally, how do I feel afterwards? What's the reward? Your body only does something because, or your mind only allows your body to do something because it's satiating. You're satisfied after you do it. So, um, basically, we've walked through those 3 steps or 2 steps. And then yesterday, Amy talked about habit stacking, which is so cool. Could be because now we've transitioned into talking about where we want to go, right? We've identified what's holding us back. Now we want to know how do we move forward in implementing our healthy habits. And so I love how we laid it out yesterday of when once I do this, then I'll do this, then I'll do this, then I'll do this, because eventually all of those things are going to cascade and you're going to have this amazing habit stack. But here's the thing, you have to have the momentum that pushes the ball down the hill, right? You have to have something that triggers your habit stack to fall into place. And that is what we're going to talk about today. I'm going to talk to you about micro habits and decision points. So before we can say what our micro habit is going to be or where our decision points are, we have to know where we're going, right? We know where we are, we did our audit, but we need to know where we're going. What's our ultimate goal? Is it to run a marathon, right? If that's the ultimate goal, then we need to make the habit stack relate to that goal, and then we need to make the micro habit relate to that goal. Is it to go back to school and get your degree? I went back to school at 28 to become an engineer. And so there were a lot of things that I had done in my 20s not being in school. And I had to change a lot of those things. And I didn't know how to implement them piecewise, like we're teaching you to do right now. I would have had a much smoother transition if I had known what I know now. But those are the trials and the tribulations that teach us what we need to know that have gotten us to where we are. And so I'm very, very grateful for how much I struggled, because it got me to, really look inside and say, like, okay, I need to be better at this. Who can teach me? And so um, I want you to think about, okay, that first one. Say you want to run a marathon. So if your habit stack was like, I'm going to go for a run every day, and after I go for a run, I'm going to do this, and I will do blah blah blah, right? Your habit stack. So now we need to say, like, what's going to kick it off. So running a marathon is hard. What's easier than that? Well, running a 10K would be easier than that. What's easier than that? Running a 5K would be easier than a 10K, and easier than that would be maybe going for a run. And what's easier than that? Putting on your running shoes. Do you see where I'm going with this? Is like it gradually gets smaller and smaller and smaller. If it was about going back to school, I would say, I want to be a nuclear engineer. Say, okay, cool. What do I need first? Well, I have to have a degree before I can do that. Cool. So what do I need to do to get that degree? Well, I need to be enrolled. All right, I'm enrolled. Now I have classes. Well, now I need to study for my classes. And it's like, okay, how do I get started in that? And being a diligent student who studies, well, I need to sit down and I need to open my notes or my textbook or whatever it is. And I need to actually start studying, right? So being a nuclear engineer, hard. But when you break it down to, I need to sit down at my desk every day and open my notes from class, it becomes so much more easy, so much easier and manageable. And these things, you should always have a micro habit that takes less than 2 minutes. That's another James Carr ism from Atomic Habits. He has, I think he calls it 2 minute habit or the 2 minute rule or something like that, where he says these micro habits should all take you, they should take you less than 2 minutes to perform. So he talked about meditation, and he's like, yeah, I want to get to where I'm like meditating for an hour a day. And it's like, okay, well, I need to sit down and I need to meditate for 1 minute. right? So something super, super manageable, and especially when you're talking about mindset shift like that, those things do need to be so, so gradual. So when we're thinking about these micro habits, right now, maybe you are like, okay, I am going to start like working out. So my first thing is going to be, I need to, I don't know, I drink a pre-workout. Amy and I always talk about drinking our pre-workout because I think it's the only thing that makes us actually go and work out. But it's like, okay, I have to drink my pre-workout. Cool. When are you going to do that? And you will find that your day becomes made up of these little decision points, right? So if you're an evening workout person, right? When you're done for the day and you close your computer and you're like, whew, all done, do you go to the kitchen and make your pre-workout, or do you turn on the TV and start binging, right? A decision point. There's always this little tipping block in the middle of your day that says, oh, I'm going to do something that is going to move me in a healthy direction, or I don't really want to do that today. I'm going to do something else. Am I going to cook something healthy or order takeout? Do you see what I mean? These little points in your day. So you need to figure out what those points in the day are. Mine, I work out in the morning. So mine is if my alarm goes off and I wake up and my feet hit the floor and I pick up my phone and I check my work email, I'm not working out. It's just, I'm not going to do it. So I have to say, okay, when I wake up, I'm going straight into the kitchen and I'm going to make my pre-workout. I'm going to do my personal development. I'm going to, maybe check some emails after that. And then I'm going to do my workout. Then I'm going to have my recovery shake. And then I'm going to like take a shower and get ready. So that's my morning habit stack. It's very, very similar to Amy's. That's what I do every morning. So here's the really cool thing. Once you have a habit stack that is laid out like that, you can start injecting more things into it, right? My morning habit stack is about, wellness, my mental wellness, my physical wellness, it's wellness. But not that long ago, I got really, really frustrated with the fact that I had mountains of laundry to do. And I was like, gosh, I went home and I saw my mom. My mom does these tiny little loads of laundry every day. And I was like, I want to be more like this. How do I do this? And so I took laundry and I inserted it into my morning wellness routine. Now, every time I mix my pre-workout, I come into the bedroom and I check to see if there is laundry to do. If there is, I start it. Then I drink my pre-workout, I do my workout, and then when I'm mixing my recovery, it's like a shake so that my muscles aren't sore the next day. When I'm mixing that recovery shake, I go back into the laundry room and I switch it from the washer to the dryer. So I already had an established routine and I said, okay, I know that laundry doesn't have to do with wellness, but I needed to go into my day somewhere where I'm already doing the same thing. And so if you already have an area of your life where you're like, no, that thing is on autopilot, I crank it out. If it's your work day, if you go like hard from morning to afternoon, and then in the afternoon, you're like, okay, at lunch, I don't do a working lunch. I close my computer and I'm done. Insert something right there. Do you want to meditate? Do you want to read? Do you want to go for a walk? What do you want to do? Insert something right there, because every single day you're like, okay, I'm going to put my computer away for an hour and I'm going to do something else. So I hope that this was super helpful for you. I love this because now we've gone through and we've taken our bad habit, we've identified it, we know what we're going to replace it with. So tomorrow, Amy and I are going to be talking to you about the flip, how you're going to take that bad habit and insert your healthy habit instead of it. So I hope that you guys are so excited for that. We also have a challenge coming up next week. You guys always ask me about my crazy Post-its behind me. So this is the 5-day challenge that we're in. And then we are starting a 28-day challenge on Monday. So we wanted to give you guys all an opportunity to be a part of that. Amy and I will give you more information about it tomorrow. But because you guys are here, you're like going with us and you're, participating in all of that, we want to give you like a super special deal. So yeah, tune in tomorrow and we will talk more about that and just kind of how we're going to work through the weeks. And I hope that you guys choose to join us because I'm more excited for this challenge than I have been. I mean, I've been doing this for 3 years. I've never been this excited for a challenge. So I hope you guys have a really great day, and I will see you tomorrow. Okay, bye.